Well, an Indian tennis star, Mahesh Bhupathi, has lashed out at the petty politics of the AITA. Bhupathi feels that India has no chance of winning a medal at the Olympics if he is forced to play with Leander Paes. Bhupathi spoke exclusively to our correspondent Lavina Tandon in London.
Well, I mean, I've been pretty open and vocal about it for the last few weeks and actually with the association for the last many months. I mean, I'm going to stick to my guns, and unfortunately it's a stalemate. And, Rohan and me have been training really hard for 7 months, and, for them to be just taking away 2 Olympic spots is just unfair. They haven't given me a reason. I think, we were pretty vocal about how we trained, played. The camaraderie is missing with Leander and me for the last 7 months. We thought they'd send 2 teams because they have the opportunity to send 2 teams, but they said the number 1 player can't suffer, which to some point I can see how they're right, how they can make that point, but he would still be going with a fairly good tennis player. And bottom line is, I asked them, you're thinking about your number 1 player, you're thinking about the country. And they really didn't have an answer for me. Well, I mean, Leander and me, we've gone to 4 Olympics. We haven't been able to deliver a medal. We've had absolutely no chemistry or camaraderie since we split again for the 3rd or 4th time in November last year. We literally haven't said a word to each other. And, putting 2 players like that at the Olympics and expecting them to create a miracle is, something that doesn't really make sense. I've played 4 Olympics with Leander. We have not won a bronze, forget about a gold. So, it's definitely not going to hamper. I mean, I told them today when they called me during the committee meeting that, sending him and me is the worst possible decision you can make. You want to send someone else is better for the country because, like I said, playing at the highest level, you put 2 guys there who don't talk to each other, we're not going to deliver ever. Of course, I mean, today probably, it's one of the saddest days of our lives. I mean, we were dreaming about playing the Olympics since they announced that it was going to be at Wimbledon in London. It's very special for tennis players to play at Wimbledon. To play the Olympics at Wimbledon it was a thrill. And today we've been told that, we're not going to get that call. So, as professionals, we're going to have to kind of move on with life. But, if for whatever reason, if it changes, obviously we'll be very excited and, we'll be ready. We've qualified. We've proved we can play. And we've worked hard on making sure we can qualify for the last 6 months, and we've got the wins to back us up. And unfortunately, politics is playing a big game in sport once again in our country, and hopefully sometime that'll stop. Oh well, if I'm not going, then I guess the mixed doubles hope is Leander and Sanya, and I really hope they win. Well, the best outcome for everyone concerned is sending 2 teams. I mean, athletes dream about playing at the Olympics, and, we work extremely hard for all our lives. And today what they've done is they've taken 2 Olympic spots away from 2 really deserving players. And, these are bureaucrats who sit in the office, and they don't know how hard we work. And I think that's extremely unfair on two athletes.